Hello and welcome. Let us discuss this question that came in the year 2022 and is related to the topic protected area networks. The question is, with reference to India's desert national park, which one of the following statements are correct? Number 1, it is spread over 2 districts. Number 2, there is no human habitation inside the park. Number 3, it is one of the natural habitats of the Great Indian Bustard. Now, as far as India's Desert National Park is concerned, India's Desert National Park is spread across 2 districts of Jaisalmer and Badmer. So, it spreads across 2 districts. So, this statement is correct. If we consider national parks, normally no human habitation is allowed, not even human activities like grazing or agricultural activities like shifting agriculture in most of the national parks is not allowed. So, national parks, that is protected area designated under Wildlife Protection Act 1972, both national park and wildlife sanctuaries are designated under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. National parks are those areas that have more restriction, more prohibition or restriction as compared to wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries have more relaxation and less prohibition. Less prohibition as compared to national parks. So normally human habitations are not allowed in national park, but there are various tribes that are already located inside the Desert National Park. So they have been allowed as far as Supreme Court order is concerned. In 2017, Supreme Court ordered that these communities that are living inside the Desert National Park should be provided with basic amenities because construction activities are not allowed inside the national park area. So that's why these communities, they lack basic amenities like roads, water, electricity. Is not there inside the Desert National Park. So Supreme Court said that it should be provided as far as these communities are concerned. So this statement is incorrect. Usually no habitation is allowed inside the park, but inside Desert National Park, since these communities are living for ages, so they are allowed. As far as third statement is concerned, it is one of the natural habitats of the Great Indian Bustard. Great Indian Bustard is one of the heaviest flying bird. There are other heavier birds, but they are flightless. For example, ostriches are flightless birds. Great Indian Bustard have similar structures, similar to ostrich, but they are one of the heaviest flying birds. They are locally known as Godawan bird. Great Indian Bustard are locally known as Godawan. And they are under critically endangered category of IUCN. Critically endangered category of IUCN. And one of the major threats as far as Great Indian Bustard is concerned, so that is electricity lines going across the adjacent area to Desert National Park. So basically when they take flight, they get the accident happens because of electricity lines, high tension wires, which is detrimental for their growth. Recently, there was one news related to Great Indian Bustard that Rajasthan state government has allotted around 16,000 bighas of land, that comes around 2,500 square kilometer. 2,500 square kilometer area. (16,000 bighas of land) or 2,500 square kilometer area for the conservation and breeding purposes of Great Indian Bustard. As far as, so this was in news in March 2023, February-March 2023. As far as allotment of this land is concerned, so Rajasthan state government allotted land for the conservation and breeding purposes of Great Indian Bustard. So third statement is also correct. Second statement is incorrect. So our answer for this question will be C. So in this question we saw protected area networks like national park, which have more prohibition, less permission, whereas as compared to national parks, wildlife sanctuaries have less prohibition and more permission. So some of the human activities like shifting agriculture or grazing are allowed in wildlife sanctuaries, whereas that is also not allowed. That is not allowed in national park. So habitation and grazing activities are not allowed inside the national park. But in this particular case, since the communities are living prior to the adoption of Desert National Park as national park, so that's why Supreme Court said that at least basic facilities should be provided to these communities, and that these communities which are living in Desert National Park, they should be allowed to live there. So that's why our answer for this question will be C, 1 and 3. Thank you.